Hello friends, this is Astrologer Mohnish once again, and thank you for watching my videos about Vedic astrology. Now in this video we will be talking about one of the majorly talked concept, which is about Rahu and Ketu in Vedic astrology. In Western astrology they are known as the north node or the south node of the moon. And I will explain you this on my whiteboard, because as we are going further and further in our how to see your own chart episodes, the things will now become little serious, especially knowing how to read the energy, how the cosmic energies, where they are sitting and what result they will be giving you, especially in 12 house system where they are sitting. So you have to understand the concept theoretically 100% before you continue to do your research or continue to learn your astrology. When we talk about Rahu and Ketu, they are being mostly talked about shadow planets. They are not planets, there's no mass, and even if you take a telescope out in the space, you won't see any Rahu and Ketu. And I will show you why and what does it mean. But they are being mostly talked about planets. In Vedic astrology, we consider them planets, but ultimately, practically, they are the magnetic fields. They are not planets, they don't have any mass, they don't have any mass of energy. All they are doing is they are the magnetic fields of our cosmos. And wherever they sit in your chart, they bring a huge influence on you. And we will talk about what kind of influence that will be when I go through and walk you through the 12 house system where you can see Rahu is sitting and Ketu is sitting. But mythologically, Indian mythologically especially, the Rahu and Ketu has been known as the serpent. One is with the head and one is with the tail. So Rahu has a head and Ketu has a tail, and they are cut into half. And there are many myths, many mythological stories about Rahu and Ketu. I won't go and divulge further in it. So my teaching of astrology is more scientific based, more research based, which is more in line with the quantum physics theory. And I'll teach you that also in my future episodes, how quantum physics, astrology, spirituality, they all fit, they are all correlated. And when we talk about Rahu and Ketu, you have to understand the concept first, because this is what will tell you exactly what Rahu and Ketu do to us and how we as a human souls or human beings cannot escape breath of Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu are the two magnetic fields which has locked our soul, our conscious energy, our consciousness into our planet Earth. And if you see this chart, try to understand this. This is sun right in the middle. The black round circle you see, that's the sun. And this is our Earth, planet Earth in green. So planet is revolving around sun on this green arc. If you see this green arc, this is the revolution, the circular path of Earth around sun. And now we have moon here. So this blue object you see here, blue entity, which is a moon. Moon is circling, revolving around Earth, not around sun. So Earth is revolving around sun and moon is revolving around Earth. This blue arc you see, this is the motion, the revolution path of circular path of moon around Earth. So moon has its orbit in blue and Earth on its orbit in green. And there are 2 points where the blue cuts the green. That means when the moon, the path of moon cuts the path of Earth during its orbit. And these two arcs, these 2 points, one is this and one is this. I'm going to use a black marker to show you more. So this is the point where it intersects, and this is the point where it intersects. So these 2 points where the orbit of moon cuts the orbit of Earth around sun is what we call Rahu and Ketu. So these are the 2 arcs, 2 major points where 2 magnetic fields meet. The orbit of moon cutting the orbit of Earth. This is a point. So the north point is called Rahu, which is also known as north node in Western astrology. And the Ketu is known as south node. So you have to understand this very, very, very precisely. And these are the 2 points which always and always influence the human beings living on earth. Let's say I draw it here, the human beings living on earth. We are always and always under the influence of either Rahu or Ketu. So during this period of time, as we talk, we are under the influence of Rahu. Rahu is all about material gains. It is our obsession and passion towards material life. And Ketu, on the other hand, is all about spiritual and moksha, as we call in Sanskrit. So material, that's Maya in Sanskrit, chasing wealth, more material gains, and Ketu is more spiritual and moksha. So the human beings living on the earth are always been influenced by this and this, these two magnetic fields. They are the agents who gives a lot of results of different planets, whomsoever energies they are absorbing. So they will influence our life based on the sign they are sitting in, the planets they are conjunct with, or the planets aspecting them, or the planets they are aspecting. So I'll talk about that, how to evaluate the results of Rahu and Ketu. But understand this, any given time of your life, you are either chasing the material gains or we are chasing the spiritual gains. Right now, the time and era we are living in, we are all about material gains. And that's the reason we see everybody wants money, wealth, money, status, reputation, all the material benefits, vehicles, properties. So Rahu and Ketu are always 180 degrees apart from each other. So you have to understand this. If Rahu is in your first house, Ketu will be in your 7th house. If Rahu is in your 2nd house, Ketu will be automatically in your 8th house. If Rahu is in 3rd house, Ketu will be 9th house, so on and so forth. These 2 points, magnetic points, the arcs are always 180 degrees apart, opposite of each other. If this arc is here, this will go here. If this arc is here, the south node arc will go here. So they are always opposite of each other, 180 degrees. And that is what, the life is all about. The balance between your material life and your spiritual life. So we are always, as a human beings, are under the influence of these 2 arcs, the material and the spiritual life. And as I said, always, you can run, but you cannot hide from the wrath of the influence of Rahu and Ketu. These are the 2 magnetic field energies which has always and always have a direct impact on human life. So your seesaw of life is either you go towards material gains. If you go towards material gains, then this is your spiritual life. You will not make any progress in spiritual life. Whereas if you go towards spiritual life, your material life is going to give you no gains. So this is a choice what human beings have. You want to lead what kind of life? You want your Ketu to influence you more and drag you, push you towards more spiritual life, more raising the level of your consciousness, making more positive energy, and going towards a path of spirituality and moksha. Or you can have a choice of leading a material life where you want people following you, people chasing you, you want to lead a life of being a celebrity, or you want all the comforts of life in terms of the material gains. You have houses, property, vehicles, money, and everything what it talks about the material gains of life. So this is how you see, this is the arc, 2 arcs of magnetic fields where no human being can escape from. It is a choice of human beings to live in what situation they want it. If you go towards spiritual, your material life will suffer. If you go towards material, your spiritual life will suffer. That's a simple and basic rule. So I hope you understand this, Rahu and Ketu. And then we'll talk about their placement in your chart. So I hope you have understood the theoretical concept of Rahu and Ketu and how these 2 energies plays a very vital role in a human being's life. because this is what the balance is, all about your material life versus spiritual life. And Rahu and Ketu are the two axes which maintains that balance. And it's your choice which way you want to lead your life. And as I always mention, the three elements of planets, Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. Rahu and Ketu are under Tamasic category. And as I already mentioned in my previous videos, Tamasic planets are the planets which protect us but also drag us towards negativity or darkness. Rahu and Ketu protect us by creating illusion and confusion in our brain. So Rahu creates illusion and Ketu brings confusion in our mind. And why they do it to protect us so that we can stop, take a pause and recalibrate ourselves and understand the balance of two axes, material life versus spiritual life. So it's very important. Even though we consider Rahu and Ketu malefic, but I will talk in my future videos also that neither planets gives you the 100% good results, nor they give you the 100% bad results. They balance it out. So it depends on what planets, houses they are signifying, what houses they will activate during their Mahadasha period, and where their nakshatra is. And also looking at the divisional charts, we can interpret whether the results will be more beneficial or more favorable or more unfavorable. But consider this, no planet gives 100% favorable results or 100% unfavorable results. So as always, I will walk you through these 12 house systems, and you can take a snapshot of this if you don't have it, or you can go back to my previous video to take the snapshot and understand what these 12 houses mean. And all you have to do is open your chart using one of the software I've shown you, Jagannath Hora, and then see your Bhavachalit chart, the cuspal chart, the Placidus house system chart. Where are the energies sitting? Where is the energy of your passion, of your obsession, the energy of your material gains? That is Rahu is sitting in these 12 house system. And where is the energy of your liberation from life, your moksha, your spirituality, your self-realization, your detachment is sitting? That is Ketu. So Rahu is all about material gains. Ketu is energy about spirituality, detachment, self-realization and liberation. So you see that in your chart, and I will walk you through also to help you interpret it. And if you will also see that Rahu and Ketu are always 180 degrees apart. If Rahu is in the first house, Ketu will be in 7th house. If Rahu is in second house, Ketu will be in 8th house, so on and so forth. They are always 7 houses apart from each other. And this is where they are 180 degrees separated from each other. And these are the two axes of material and spiritual life. Whichever axis is having more weightage, you will lead your life towards that angle more, either spiritual life or material life. So if Rahu is sitting in your first house, consider your obsession and your passion is towards your own self, your own identity, your own approach towards life. You are a disciplined person, you are a self-made person, and you put a lot of energy and a lot of your focus and attention towards gaining the material benefits of your life through your self-effort. You are very much concerned about your image, your appearance, and your approach towards life as what people might be thinking about you and how they perceive you. You will do best to the best of your efforts to attain a status and to attain or achieve the goals of your life, because your passion and your obsession is sitting in the house of your own physical body. You will use your persona, you will use your intellectual, you will use your personality, and you will use your image to gain maximum in your life, especially when it comes to the gains of the material benefits. So first house Rahu always gives you a distinct advantage that you are very, very, very focused and very, very ambitious and very, very passionate about anything you try to do in your life. So Rahu in second house is the house of your money, your family values, and your food habits, and also your speech. So your passionate energy of your passion, energy of your limitless obsession is sitting in the second house of the money. You will be very, very passionate about the matters of money, and you will not leave any stone unturned until you reach to the point of the satisfaction of maintaining and gaining a lot of material benefits of your life from the money perspective. Money is your passion. Bank balance is your passion. Making money, enjoying wealth is your passion and obsession. Your speech is so good, eloquent, that you can use your speech for your material benefits also. You can use your speech to connect with people, to find new opportunities of making money, and gain in the material benefits of your life. So as I said, Rahu is an energy which pushes you towards material gains. So wherever it sits, excuse me, you will use that house to fulfill your objectives and desires of material gains. And second house is already in the house of money and your speech and your family values. So you will use those things to gain more money. And also your obsession and passion is all about increasing the wealth of your own self and enjoying the material benefits of life. Third house, Rahu. Third house is the house of your communication, your writing skills, your short distance travels, and your self-efforts. Your self-efforts is your willpower, your determination to gain and achieve anything in life. This house is a very strong house in terms of how much of the Purushukara, that means your karmas, your willpower, your determination, your valor you add to your life or to your actions to gain anything in your life. Rahu, the energy of multiplying everything limitlessly, it sits in the third house. That means your efforts will go to any extent to gain the material benefits of your life. You will add a lot of your self-effort, your willpower, your determination, and also, since it's a house of the short distance travel also, it may also be signifying that you may do a lot of short distance travel to gain the material benefits. So ultimately the goal is to gain the material benefits. That's what Rahu is asking you to do. And if you do it through self-effort, your short distance travel, since this is the third house, what we're talking about, then consider your material benefits will be manifested through this house, through house of your self-effort and your communication and short distance travel. Rahu is an energy which will amplify, make it your obsession, make it your passion to do the self-efforts, to continue to put your willpower and increase your wealth, increase your material gains. So fourth house signifies your home, your homeland, property and vehicles. So if your passion is your home, consider you want to bring all the material benefits, material gains to your home, all the luxuries, everything in your home. And also adding to the real estate portfolio in your existing portfolio. So you will be passionate and obsessed to gain more and more real estate wealth. That includes your vehicles also, because that's where your passion is. That's where the energy of the passion is sitting. Whenever you have extra money to invest, Rahu in fourth house will allow you or will seek the investment in real estate. And I can guarantee you that if you have Rahu in fourth house, whenever you have money in your accounts to invest somewhere, your first choice will be to invest in a real estate. And you also be very fond of vehicles, luxury vehicles. Excuse me. So fifth house is a by default house of entertainment, house of creativity, intelligence, innovation, and speculation also. Rahu in fifth house makes you a person who can take risk and can be a very good speculator. And your life is very much towards creativity. You are limitless, boundaryless when it comes to creating something new, innovation, solution providing, but you do it for material gains. You're not doing it for free of cost. You cannot provide a solution to anybody free. You will seek money or material benefits in return of anything what you provide. Fifth house is also house of your love, romance, and affairs. And Rahu sitting in fifth house will make you a person who is prone to get into relationships quite often, because it also sees relationship is also a material benefit on a physical level. And your Rahu sitting in fifth house will seek that, will continue to go for more and more relationships, and you will find it very easy for yourself to get into relationships. Speculation, as I said, fifth house, Rahu is a planet of magnifying everything, and speculation, risk-taking abilities, stock market, everything is belonging to fifth house. And if Rahu sits in there, consider that's what your passion is, that's what your obsession is. To gain more in life. And to gain what? Material benefits, not spirituality. If Ketu would be sitting in here, you will be providing solutions to somebody free of cost. Because to you, it matters most is spirituality. What matters most is spirituality, not a material gain. But anyway, we are talking about Rahu right now, so not to confuse. So Rahu in fifth house, intelligence, creativity, magnified, speculation activities, magnified, multiple affairs in life, magnified, all for material gains. And it brings a lot of creativity in your mind also, because Rahu magnifies your ability to create anything, but that is also linked to your material gains. Sixth house is a house of your services. The services what you provide to others. It can be your job also, and your health and fitness. So your passion is the services what you provide to others for the material gains. You will not provide services free of cost, like a charity or a service for somebody free of cost. You want to give the best and the best of your services. You're very passionate, very devoted, very dedicated, but for the material gains, which Rahu is pushing you towards. Even for health and fitness, if you are a person who are associated with health and fitness industry, you will see that you can earn a lot of material benefits being into that industry, because Rahu is sitting in there. That will become your passion and your ideology and your obsession also, to be fit or to become a fitness trainer, helping people, and also drawing the material benefits for yourself. And as I said, your services will also bring a lot of material gains to you, because you will be very hardworking and very good in your services. You will be very passionate, but you are seeking material gains against that service what you provide. Sixth house is also house of your servants. So people who have Rahu in sixth house, they are known for having a lot of servants around them. And servants doesn't mean the people who are laborers and serving you day and night. It also means that people working under you. Like say you are working in a corporate and you have a team members working under you, or you have people who report to you directly. So you will be enjoying that aspect of life too, because that's where your passion is. And also the pets are also seen from sixth house. So it has also been shown or have been seen that people who have Rahu in sixth house, they normally have a passion and attachment towards pet. They might have a dog or a cat at their home. Seventh house, Rahu, passionate about your relationship, passionate about your business, your daily interaction, your interpersonal skills. You will let no stone unturned to make money out of a business if you are into business. Rahu will amplify, magnify, force multiply everything for you in your business. Your business will become your passion. You will eat, drink, sleep your business and your daily interaction with people. You will do everything good. It will become your obsession to run your business in a way that you're interacting with people, and that interaction and that business is helping you gain the material benefits. Also in your relationship, these are the legal relationship. The fifth house relationships are the affairs which are not being legally or being accepted by society until you marry your partner or get into common law. But seventh house is your common law, is your spouse, anything which is being legally known as your partner. So you're very passionate about your relationships also, and you will do very good in relationships because your passion is there, and without passion you cannot do anything, right, in life. I believe so. Even learning astrology, you need passion. If you don't have passion for astrology, you won't ever learn it. So passion for astrology, passion for relationships, it's there in the chart of people who have Rahu in 7th house. Like if you're Rahu in 5th house, you're passionate about sports also, a point which I missed. So 7th house, you're passionate about relationship, and you will be very good in the relationships because that's where your obsession is, and you seek material gains, and you may get material gains from the relationships, the legal relationships you get into. They will prove beneficial for you in terms of the material gains. So 8th house is a house of your occult science, your secret services, hidden services, and it's a house of inheritance also. So if your Rahu sits in here, which is a force multiplier, your passion, consider you are passionate about things related to secrecy of life. You can be a secret agent. You will love to have a knowledge of astrology or occult science, but for the material gains. You will not do astrology free, or you will not do any kind of occult science free of cost for anybody. You will seek material gains for the services you will provide. So 8th house Rahu is also connected with the secret services, and you will be obsessed or passionate about being a detective or working in a secret agency, secret services, where you will find it very passionate to know about people's confidential information or how to protect someone's confidential privacy information. Since 8th house is the house of underground activities, and so that will become your passion, that will become your entertainment, that will become your goal, and you would draw material benefits through that secret services, or through that hidden services, or through that underground activities. And it is also a house of inheritance, so you can say that you will seek inheritance if your father or grandfather, there is a family lineage of inheritance. You will be a person who will be very passionate and very thoughtful about that inheritance, and you will seek it because the material gain is all about your goals of life, and Rahu sitting here will not let you give up your inheritance. So 9th house Rahu, 9th house is the house of your wisdom, travel, long distance travel, philosophy, law, religion, learning, ethics, philosophy. So your passion and your entertainment and your limitless obsession is sitting in the 9th house. So that means Rahu will push you towards learning and using that learning to attain the material benefits. You can be a spiritual leader, you can be a philosopher, you can be a constant and continuous learner to fill up your passion, limitless passion, but you will do everything for the material gains. And that's what Rahu will ask you to do, because Rahu wants you to use these religious practices or your learnings or your ethics or your philosophical lectures to attract people and use it as a tool to make money, which is not bad. I'm not saying anything about negative here, but what I'm saying is you have to understand the energy. Energy is all about material gains. And the material gains are coming from the 9th house. That's what Rahu is saying. And 9th house is house of your learnings, your religion, your spirituality, your ethics, and you will apply those things to gain your material benefits, to earn money and to make more money, because you seek material benefits, and that will only come when you apply the 9th house significance to attain your material benefits. 10th house, status, career, management skills, reputation, fame. So that will become your obsession. You will be obsessed towards your career. You will be passionate towards attaining fame in life, your management skills. So you will use everything to gain material benefits. You will use your status. You will use your management skills. You will increase your career. So your passion is about your career. Your passion is about your karmas. Your passion is about your reputation, how people look at you, your masculinity, your long-term goals. Everything is 10th house. So that will become your obsession and your passion, and Rahu will drive you. Rahu will drive you to gain more and more and more material gains from 10th house. And you will seek all your material gains through your status, through your career, through your karmas, and if you're in a top level of management, you will use that to gain more and more material benefits and material desires of your life. And that's what Rahu will ask you to do that. So 11th house is expansion. This is again expansion of life, fulfillment of the desires and your social activities and your social awareness. So Rahu magnify everything in 11th house. So you will use your social networking, your social activity, your expansion in life to gain more and more material benefits. Rahu is sitting in 11th house. That means your expansion becomes your obsession and your passion. You're very passionate about expanding yourself and making your life better and better and better. And your desires will continue to creep on and on and on. You are not a person who can just be satisfied with one desire and that's all. Once your one desire is fulfilled, you will come to the second one. Second is fulfilled, then third one. Third is fulfilled, the fourth one. Then the cycle will continue, because Rahu will ask you to do that. Your expansion is sitting. The cosmic energy of passion and obsession is sitting in the house of expansion. And you will use your social activity, social networking also to gain material benefits, wealth in your life, because that's where your 11th house energy is sitting. So 12th house, house of moksha, house of spirituality, house of solitude, hospital, expenses, investment. So first of all, Rahu sitting in 12th house, you are passionate about your investments. You love to invest money and love to get a lot of return on investments. And it's also been seen that people who have Rahu in 12th house, they are morally, they are more bound to be better or happy in the foreign lands for the material gains, because Rahu will push them for the material gains, and to get the material gains, they are okay living in the foreign land, in the foreign environment, and they will get also good benefits out of that. And people who are working in hospitals, asylums, jails, Rahu sitting in 12th house is a good sign for them, because your services in those areas of us, like a place of asylum, place of hospital, place of jails, will bring a material benefit to you. And 12th house is also house of expenses, so Rahu will lead you towards more expenses. As I said in the beginning, your investments are controlled by Rahu to gain more return on investments, to gain more material life, but it can also lead to your more expenses also. So you have to just take care of your expenses if Rahu is here, because Rahu does not know any limit. Like in 5th house Rahu, if you're into gambling and speculation, you can easily go out of limit. And understandably so, Rahu, even though gives you the material benefits, but ultimately it's a malefic planet. It can easily drift you towards the negativity, towards the darkness of life. You won't even understand, you won't even notice when did you step the line. So 12th house, investment from Rahu for material gains. Expenses can be enormous because that becomes your passion, your obsession to spend more money. Foreign land is a good place to be at if your Rahu is in 12th house. And your workplace, if it is a hospital, place of asylum, jail, those areas of life will also bring good material benefits to you. So this is all about the 12 houses of Rahu. And see your chart where Rahu is and see where the cosmic energy is and acknowledge it. Understand what God gave you, the time and the place of your birth. This is the record of your karmas, of your previous life before you started this life. Knowing that and acknowledging that is the first step, because and when we talk about the quantum physics, I'll teach you why I'm teaching you what I'm teaching you. Because you have to understand, you have to measure the behavior of your cosmic energies so that you know how they're working and what results you can get out of that. So this is what you're doing, is you're just measuring them, you're just noticing them where actually they are sitting. And when we talk about the quantum physics, we'll talk about what happens when you measure that atom, the subatomic particle which has built the whole universe, that is atom. So we'll talk about it, and next we'll talk about Ketu first, and then we'll slowly go into the more scientific approach of astrology once you start learning everything. So open your chart, see your sun, see your moon, see your Mercury, see your Venus, see your Jupiter, see your Saturn, see your Mars, see your Rahu, and now we'll talk about Ketu. So Ketu signifies your detachment, your liberation of life. Ketu gives you the ultimate teaching that this life is nothing as you see, as you live. There is nothing more important than leading a spiritual life. This is what Ketu tried to teach you. Ketu opens up the level of your subconscious mind where you start connecting to the higher self and start knowing about yourself more and more and deeper and deeper. Ketu wants you to get detached, separated from all the material benefits, all the material gains you have achieved in your life. And we have seen that when the Ketu Mahadasha, the major situation, starts in your life, you try to become very spiritual. You will start following the religious practices, whatever religion you follow. You will start going for pilgrimages. You will start getting detached from the conditional love or conditional relationships. For you, what will matter is the unconditional love or unconditional relationships, which does not carry any baggage. Rahu gives you the material life. Ketu seeks the spiritual life. Ketu will drag you, will push you, will pull you towards leading a spiritual life. It will show you certain things in life which will change your perspective about life, about material gains. You will start thinking that even though you have everything, you have status, you have money, you have cars, you have relationships, but ultimately you have nothing. You are still have nothing because you feel that you are unfulfilled, you are not satisfied. Despite of having everything from material perspective, you will still feel a vacuum inside you. And that's what Ketu effects are. Ketu is a very, very strong planet. It brings that perception of confusion also in your mind. That even if you have everything, you still have nothing. And it teaches you the lesson that the material life is not going to take you anywhere. You are bound in the vicious cycle of life and death, life and death, life and death, till you seek divine nirvana. or moksha or liberation. So these are the words, these are the things which will start planting or seeding in your brain, in your subconscious mind, when your Ketu Mahadasha will be activated. So if you have Ketu in first house, your first house become the point of your liberation. You will be detached from your own self. You will start getting into isolation. You won't like the people. You won't like the world as you might be liking when Ketu is not in your first house, or when the Ketu Mahadasha is not running. So Ketu's strongest results comes, even Rahu's, when the Mahadashas begin. And I'll talk about the Mahadasha and also show you how you can see or interpret your Mahadasha. Mahadasha is a major situation of your life which has been controlled by one planet for many years. Ketu does it for 7 years. So for 7 years, your ideology about yourself, your identity and your approach to life will change. And you will start seeking isolation, confinement, deeper self-realization, meditation, seeking the truth, understanding the quantum physics, understanding the law of karma, knowing more and more about how the cosmic energies relate to yourself, how to heal yourself through meditation, through spirituality. Ketu might give you a disease during its Mahadasha, if Ketu is first house, to give you a lesson, to teach you a lesson of spirituality, to teach you a lesson of self-healing. And Ketu is known for giving chronic diseases, by the way, confusions. COVID-19 is all about Ketu. I have created a video about COVID-19 analysis. If you have missed that, just watch into my YouTube videos. And it's all Ketu, which is spreading that COVID-19. So I'm not saying that you will get sick or get into chronic disease, but first house, Ketu will make some impact on your physical body. To get to the lesson of that this life with material gains, you have achieved nothing unless you go into the path of spirituality. This is what Ketu will teach you. Second house is again house of wealth. Ketu will say, you have made millions or billions or trillions, but you're gonna go die. You will not take your money with you. That's a feeling. If your Ketu is second house and Ketu Mahadasha is running, you will find yourself so dissatisfied, even though you have made millions of money, your bank balance is full, you work so hard, made the money, but your thought process will change that this money is not belonging to me. This money has got so much of stress, depression. I have lost my relationships. I have lost my everything because just to gain money. And this money is not going to stay with me. So your detachment will happen through the house of money. All your family values, all the food which you love to eat and enjoy, you will start thinking that, no, it's not giving me that satisfaction. So Ketu is a very powerful planet, and the way it changes your thinking, you will be amazed during Ketu Mahadasha period. It will drag you towards knowing the truth of life. And money is one of those truths of life which is very, very harsh. Because money gives you everything, but still money does not give you anything. Remember that word. It's not everything you can get from money. And that's what Ketu will project and put it in your brain, that even though you made money, but you still are alone, you have lost relationships, you have lost health, or something you have lost which this money cannot buy for you. Third house, again, separation from your siblings. You will try to be isolated, detached. You will be detached from your communication also. You will love to be at your own peace, silent, not talking much, because that's where the Ketu energy will boil down you to. Your self-efforts, you will think a lot has been done. I want to detach myself. I want to just live a peaceful life and spiritual life. So your third house, whatever the activities, the willpower, determination you were showing, with Rahu being here or any other planet being here, Ketu will override it and ask you to do your self-effort towards spiritual activities. Push yourself, dedication, discipline for meditation. Fourth house Ketu will seek detachment from the luxuries of your home, house, properties, and vehicles. It will say there's no mean of building properties and wealth if there's no internal and eternal peace. That's the feeling what Ketu gives you. It will give you the detachment, spiritual nature more than gaining wealth and making more material benefits. So your fourth house, property, vehicles, in your home, everything, you will start being detached from that wealth, that property is what you have built, and start seeking a spiritual journey. Fifth house is a house of your passion, entertainment, affairs, creativity, intelligence. Again, if this fifth house is sitting here, Ketu is asking you to use your inner intelligence for spiritual pursuits. Use your intelligence for solution providing for the betterment of people without seeking any material gains. Now, this is the house. If Rahu is sitting in fifth house, you are providing solutions and making money. If Ketu is sitting in fifth house, you will provide solutions and your solutions will work, but you're not asking any money because you're spiritual in nature. You are helping people. You want to help people. And whatever relationships you get into, you will seek unconditional relationships, plutonic relationships, no conditions attached, no baggage involved. That is the kind of nature you will get if you have fifth house Ketu and you're going under Ketu Mahadasha. You will seek everything unconditional, no baggage, spiritual, love, plutonic love, solution providing, free of cost solution providing, creativity, everything free. And entertainment, spirituality will become your entertainment. Meditation will become your entertainment. Sixth house, your service, your job. You will be detached from your services, from the job you provide. And even if you do some services like helping people, let's say you're into healthcare, or you are doing something which helps people transform their life, you will love doing it, but you will not seek any material benefit or gains to do that in return. Because for you, spirituality matters. And Ketu will show you the path of that life is all about helping people, helping humanity, living a spiritual and simple life. And then whatever you do in sixth house, your service, your job, you will start feeling detached because that material gains, if you're getting from your services, it will not satisfy you. You will start seeking a path of helping people and not seeking anything in return. So that's what the sixth house Ketu does. Seventh house is house of your marriage, your legal relationship, partnerships, and business. Again, the Ketu sitting in seventh house will detach you from the marriages. People who have Ketu in seventh house and the Ketu Mahadasha begins, I've seen them struggling in relationships. There's nothing negative about it. It's the cosmic energy sitting in there. They are thinking above the level of normal, conscious people. They are seeking bliss. They are seeking divine intervention. They are seeking moksha. They are seeking unconditional love. And seventh house does not give you that. So trouble in relationship, especially marital relationship, has been seen when Ketu Mahadasha begins and Ketu is in seventh house. Even if you're running a business, you will start being detached from your business. You are not showing that interest in meeting people, your daily interaction, because you want to be alone at your own time, understanding you, knowing you, self-realization. That will become the aim and the mission of your life. So it's tough, especially for married people when Ketu is in seventh house. And the Ketu Mahadasha begins, that you get very detached from your partners. And that is where I teach my students and also my clients that how to cope up with Ketu Mahadasha. Ketu Mahadasha brings very strong changes, philosophical changes, unconditional changes, and it happens all of a sudden. And then people realize it, especially your relatives, friends who are living with you, your partners, then what happened? Why this person changed, shift gears so fast and instantly? It's because of Ketu. Ketu is a tail of the serpent which has no head. It brings the effect of illusion and confusion. It does not know what area to follow because there's no head. In mythology, Ketu is known as a serpent with just a tail, and tail has no head. So even if we talk about from that perspective, it means it's leading you towards a direction which is actually directionless, which does not know where my goal is, what I should be doing. It just shows you a path which is blinded, that go and seek spirituality. But how to do that? What are the conditions? What is an environment? It does not show you that. And that leads to the confusion, the state of stress, depression also, and problems in your relationship, especially if Ketu is in 7th house. 8th house is the house of your intimacy, occult science, astrology, inheritance, and secret services. So when we talk about Rahu in 8th house, you seek inheritance. And you can do astrology also very good if Rahu is sitting in 8th house, but you will not do it free of cost. You will seek material gains and benefits in return. If Ketu sits in 8th house, first of all, it will bring again a problem in your relationship, because 8th house is a house of your intimacy, and if there's no intimacy in a relationship, that's going to fall 100%. And this is where we give astrological remedies for people, to people who have Ketu in 8th house, how to protect their relationships. So Ketu will seek spirituality. It doesn't believe in material gains. It doesn't believe in any physical gains and any physical fulfillment. It just needs spiritual fulfillment. So 8th house of intimacy will be very, very badly affected if you have Ketu in 8th house. And you can do very good in astrology. You can do very good in occult science, because Ketu is all about illusion, secret services, a shadow planet of secrecy. You can do very, very good if you are related to those fields and those aspects of life. But you will do it for your own spiritual satisfaction, not for material satisfaction. And that is very, very prominent when Ketu is in 8th house. Even for inheritance also, you will let it go. You will not seek it. You will say, I'm not concerned, I don't care about it. If somebody else gets my share, I don't care, because I am on the path of spirituality. I am not seeking material gains. 9th house, house of dharma, law, father, long distance travel, higher education, philosophy. So Ketu sitting in here, Ketu is already asking you to be spiritual, and 9th house is the house of your spiritual learnings also. You being a guru, you can teach, you can preach, and without any material gains. You don't seek material gains, you want to seek fulfillment of your soul, fulfillment of your self-realization, knowing yourself, helping people without any material gains. And Ketu will drive you to do that, help you do that, and your detachment will come from the 9th house, that you are providing your services of being a teacher, being a spiritual leader, being into religious ceremonies, or being a religious leader, or into philosophy of life, but to help people and to help yourself to get to the next level of spirituality. You are not doing it for material gains. You are very detached from money, from material gains. So 10th house. 10th house is a house of your career, your status, your management skills, your fame. Ketu coming in here, I don't need fame. I don't need anything more in my career. I am good to pursue my spiritual life. Even though Ketu in 10th house is very good sign, because you will do a lot of good services for the people, for the humanity, for your society, without seeking any material benefits. And it will increase your fame and status also. People who have Ketu in 10th house, they naturally get a fame because of the services they provide, the help they give to the community, to the society. And for them, their status is more about on the spiritual grounds. They want to connect with people on the spiritual grounds rather than on the material grounds. They don't want to seek the fame which is leading them towards material gains. They seek fame which is leading them towards spiritual gains, where people notice them, know them, listen to them, talk to them, and create that link of spiritual energies between them. So this is what Ketu in 10th house will do. You are providing those services, your karma kshetra. Karma, house of karma is 10th house. Your karmas are leading towards spirituality, towards spiritual journey, helping people, helping society, helping community, your reputation, career, everything is getting enhanced, your fame is getting enhanced, you're connecting. But it is not bringing money to you, a material gain, because you're not seeking that. Your subconscious is manifesting only spiritual gains. You'll get a lot of blessings of people. You'll see people get connected to you automatically, instantly. But you're not asking any favors, any material gains. You are doing your unconditional services, unconditional karmas to gain a spiritual well-being. It's a very powerful house for Ketu. I have Ketu in my 10th house, and that's the reason I'm providing this service free of cost. Think about it. 11th house is the house of your expansion, your group activities, social awareness, and future wishes. So your expansion comes from the 11th house, as I told in many previous videos. 11th house is the most important house in this era and time where we're living. All your material life fulfillment, even spiritual life fulfillment comes from the 11th house. Whatever you desire, that desires manifest using 11th house, from 11th house. If Ketu sits in here, your desires will go towards attaining more and more spiritual life and getting yourself disconnected from the material life. You will use your expansion for spirituality, not for material gains, especially when the Ketu Mahadasha period will start. Your expansion will come in spiritual activities. Your social networking will be with the people who are spiritually inclined with you, who are entangled with you. I'm using a quantum physics terminology here, but I will talk about it more in depth in my future videos. So entangled, who are connected with you on the spiritual grounds. You will be very well connected with them. And expansion will come from spiritual activities, from anything what you do to pursue your spiritual life, your moksha, your liberation, your detached life from the material benefits, material life. You will see a lot of changes happening if your Ketu is in 11th house and you are under the Ketu Mahadasha or major situation time period. So Ketu in 11th house will push you towards expansion in spiritual activities. 12th house is the house of the spirituality and afterlife and subconscious mind, foreign land, hospital expenses, investments. So nothing can be better than being Ketu in 12th house. 12th house is also a house of, as I said, spirituality and afterlife. And Ketu is a planet which starts giving you the illusion of afterlife, that what will happen after life, where will I be going, what are my karmas says, what are my karmic records are, what will I go in and get a new body as in my next life. So these are the questions you will start asking or creeping in your head, on your subconscious mind, even in your dreams, that what I'm going to do or what I'm going to get in my next life. And you will pursue spirituality like anything. You can become a very good spiritual leader, and this spiritual energy, this placement of Ketu will make you a spiritual leader like a monk who doesn't want to attain anything in terms of material benefits. You will do free, unconditional services to people to help them gain their spiritual levels also. If Rahu is sitting in 12th house, you will be a spiritual leader but asking money for all your teachings, what you're doing for them, because you are drawn towards material life. Ketu will say, no, take everything from me. I will teach you, but I will give you also. But I don't seek anything in return, because my spiritual journey is to help you in your spiritual journey and be detached from all the relationships, all the people I know for, all the services, the job I was been doing, all the money I had, all the vehicles I had. I just put it everything here and rest my case. All I need in life is a peace, serenity, spirituality, moksha, liberation, to get myself out of this planet or this place of pain and sufferings. This is a very strong feeling, and you will get it if you have Ketu in 12th house. Even Ketu in any house. When Ketu Mahadasha starts, you become a person of a very spiritual wisdom. you start seeing things from different elements. And Ketu teaches you that what we are is actually what we are is a myth. We are not what we see. The reality of the world is different. You will be sad to see people's sufferings. You will get so compassionate to help people. You will be connecting to people very easily. So this is all about Ketu in 12th house. So I hope you have enjoyed these episodes where I have just shown you how to read your cosmic energies, where they are sitting, just to acknowledge them, as you know where these atoms or the cosmic energies are sitting. And once you know it, you know this is when you were born, this was your selfie, was a snapshot of the heavens. Now in the next chapter, on the next episode, we'll talk about your ascendant sign, which is very important. That is the lord of first house. I'll talk about the lordships of the zodiac signs and who are the lord of each zodiac sign. And then you need to know where is the lord, the owner of first house, sitting in your 12th house. That's one of the most fundamental rule to know, because that makes the tripod of the complete life. The tripod of life is your ascendant sign, your sun, and your moon. You need to know these three things first before you can go and learn anything about astrology. And we'll talk about them in the next videos. So until then, please subscribe to my channel and press the like button. And as I always said, you have a karmic obligation, if you're learning astrology and applying these techniques, to subscribe or to create a virtual link with me. And that way you are in my thoughts. And if you need any help, you can reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to reply back to your emails or your messages. So thank you and take care, and please once again share my videos with your friends and relatives, because this is not helping you transform your own life, but you're helping them transform their life also. And anybody who can transform their life knowing what I'm teaching will add to your karmas and also add to my positive karmas. So it will become a chain link. Through me, you are connected. Through you, somebody else is connected. You are helping them, knowing about them. You are learning something new, free of cost, sitting at home, and I'm teaching you. So that makes a complete link. So that gives us the good karmic blessings and karmic report to seek our spiritual journey. So until then, thank you very much, and I will see you in my next video. This is Astrologer Mohnish once again. Stay happy and stay very safe. Thank you.